When I need my hair to be perfect for TV, I trust Melody at Melody's Pretties. With over 10 years of experience, she knows how to make any style shine, whether it's bold fashion colors, chic cuts, or polished natural looks. Her attention to detail keeps me looking great, whether I'm hosting In the Loop or singing with the Jim Irsay Collection Band.
If I can tackle Renee's hair, I can handle yours. I love it.
Melody's Pretties Hair Salon, where fabulous happens. Looking for a unique experience? Welcome to Anarchy Axe Throwing, the biggest and baddest axe throwing venue in the Midwest. Anarchy Axe has 30 targets and can host up to 150 people. Perfect for corporate events, birthday parties, or a night out. More than just axe throwing, enjoy cornhole, ping pong, and a full bar with beer and wine. Discover Anarchy Axe Throwing today and make your next outing extraordinary.
We will get your skin glowing, smooth, sexy with a silky touch. From facials, full body waxing, Brazilian waxing, lash lifts, microdermabrasions, dermaplanes, chemical peels, you name it, we can do it. Ask me about my customer referral program. For each customer you refer to me, you get $10 towards your next service.
I'm Barry, and I specialize in American traditional tattoos. Come see me at Mystic Images Tattoos. My Instagram handle is TattooBlue76.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, your host, Renée Michelle Merrifield, the In the Loop TV show on ABC. Thanks for tuning in. We got Jason Aaron Pro in the producer's corner.
What's up, everybody? We stream live Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. We broadcast on ABC WRTV every Saturday night at midnight, or a little bit past if footballs push us back. We loop 24/7 inside of thousands of hotel rooms, reaching out to those guests coming into our city. We show them what to do, where to go, how to have fun, where to eat, where to drink. And we just love this area. And there's so many fine restaurants. And Renee has a way that you can taste those fine morsels on us.
Yes, we have many wonderful sponsors. The District tab is so fabulous, y'all. Go to intheloop.tv, click on the giveaways tab on the right top corner. We're giving away a bunch of $50 District tab gift cards. No cap. We giving them away, y'all. And yeah, this place, multiple locations, north side, downtown Indy as well.
Delicious.
If you were at the T Swift concert, I hope you stopped in at the District tab. But yeah, go to intheloop.tv, click on that giveaways tab.
Got those macaroni pots.
We're going to check back in later and see if we have 100 entries to give away our gift cards, and we'll send it out to you. Jason will mail it to you super easy, and you can go enjoy some brews on us and beers and burgers.
Brews and beers.
Y'all, we have a jam-packed episode tonight. We're so excited to be here. First, we're going to take you inside the inspiring 2024 Michigan Parkinson Foundation Hero Walk. It's a heartwarming event and very close to our hearts, bringing communities together for a vital cause, y'all. And then we're headed over to Iozzo's Garden of Italy, where incredible food and family heritage meet in downtown Indianapolis. And in studio, we have the incredibly talented Carol Estes. Woo-hoo. Hi, Carol.
Hi there.
Thank you for being on the show.
I'm so happy to be here.
All the way from LaPorte, she drove through time zones.
You did. You're incredible. And your art is so wonderful, touches on so many themes of resilience, beauty, self-discovery. And we are so excited to chat with you later. We're going to have a few segments, and then we get to see your beautiful artwork. And you can tell us all about your amazing photography skills and your passions, and we cannot wait for that.
Yeah, the process that she creates these pieces of art are really incredible. So
absolutely,
it's going to be a good one. So with all that being said, I have but one question. Indianapolis, are you ready to be in the loop?
Hey, I'm Chris over at Mystic Images in Noblesville. I love doing black and gray realism. Come and see me for all your black and gray needs. I also like to do fine line, and I love to do whatever you got cooked up. You can check my Instagram out at Gilly_INC. DM me for all your appointments.
When I need my hair to be perfect for TV, I trust Melody at Melody's Pretties. With over 10 years of experience, she knows how to make any style shine. Whether it's bold fashion colors, chic cuts, or polished natural looks, her attention to detail keeps me looking great, whether I'm hosting In the Loop or singing with the Jim Irsay Collection Band.
If I can tackle Renee's hair, I can handle yours.
I love it! Melody's Pretties Hair Salon, where fabulous happens. Oh man, our new sponsor, Melody's Pretties, really makes me happy. She is so iconic.
But she's been doing your hair for a long time.
She has, and she's been doing my hair for a long time, like a decade and a half. And so only Melody can tackle this hair. Like, it's a big old mess.
She said so.
She said it, and it's true. We love all of our sponsors, and also we want to give a special shout out to Scott O'Hara, American jeweler. He's my guy for my rings. He always takes care of me, and he's the best. He's also supporting something really cool that we love, the 30th annual Circle City Toy Run event, Saturday, November 30th. There's going to be the Y Store's there, which my bandmates have produced their recent album, some great food, vendors, and just a really good time for a good cause. So definitely check that out.
We're gonna have a representative for that event in here next episode, so they'll be able to tell us. We've been teasing it for last couple of weeks, we're gonna get some pros in here to tell us all about it in detail.
Yeah, keep that on the schedule. November 30th annual Circle City Toy Run event. Our first segment is really exciting. It's something near and dear to our heart. Jason's older brother, Nate. Jason, I'll let you go ahead and take this one if you want.
Yeah, my big bro Nate was diagnosed a couple years ago with Parkinson's. We did a rock steady piece a couple weeks ago. We were talking about this thing we were going to be doing in Michigan. I know that's outside of Indiana, but we're supposed to wait for season 3 to do that. But we just couldn't pass up the opportunity to cover this event. Nate has really embedded himself into that organization and kind of turning this into a positive. So
absolutely,
he's actually a keynote speaker on the Parkinson's event coming up the next couple days, I think.
Yeah, he's doing great things with this foundation. Make sure you check that out, Michigan Parkinson's Foundation, if you want to follow them. But it's just, this annual walk is so inspiring. It brings awareness and support, and it unites, these families for Parkinson's, and it's so great. You guys are going to enjoy this. Check this out.
More than 110,000 veterans have Parkinson's disease, receive care through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
I walk for my fellow veteran, Nate Jolliffe, fellow Marine Corps veteran, member of the Macomb County Detachment of the Marine Corps League.
I walk for my grandpa because my one wish is for Parkinson's to get cured.
I do it for the fundraiser and for the cause.
I'm walking for Tom and Carol.
I walk to support my dad on his journey and remind him that we all care for him.
Parkinson's is the fastest growing neurodegenerative disease, even outpacing Alzheimer's. It is clear that this crowd will not back down from Parkinson's. The Michigan Parkinson Foundation is here for every part of your Parkinson's journey.
I walk because my husband has Parkinson's, and we've met a lot of great people through his boxing class, and I walk for all of our friends that have Parkinson's as well.
I'm walking for my grandparents, my dad, my aunts, my family, and everybody else who has Parkinson's to help find a cure.
It's just for the great cause of Parkinson's disease and for my grandma and grandpa.
I walk because of my grandpa. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when I was in high school.
Walk, as you know, raises awareness and funds for critical programs for people with Parkinson's and related disorders. Together, we have raised, listen to this number, more than $256,000.
I'm walking for all the people who have Parkinson's disease or want to raise awareness for Parkinson's disease and try to do what we can to help fight and mitigate the effects of this.
I walk for my husband and my family and for the Parkinson Foundation, because you guys have been a huge help to me in learning about Parkinson's to help my husband.
I walk because I'm a physical therapist for people with Parkinson's, and I see all the struggles that the patients go through, the heroes go through, the caregivers that are heroes, and I see the improvement they can make every day, and it motivates me to be a better person.
I walk for my family. My dad was diagnosed with Parkinson's and my mom was his caretaker, and the Michigan Parkinson Foundation has helped us a ton, so we're excited to walk every year.
We walk to support our Mimi. For 41 years, MPF has been laser focused on providing support for every age and stage of Parkinson's, ever increasing our scope and impact. Our mission is to provide help and hope to people with Parkinson's, their care partners, and the healthcare community that supports them.
I walk in honor of Theodore Wing, my father, who suffered from Parkinson's for 15 years and finished this walk every single year.
One of our first stops after my diagnosis was the Michigan Parkinson's Foundation, where we were greeted by a warm, compassionate, caring staff that loaded us up with all we need.
I walk because I want to support my uncle and everything that he's doing for the foundation, and everybody else that's here. It's very encouraging to see everyone to come out here and support and love on each other.
I walk because I volunteer with my daughter. She's a physical therapist, and her heart goes out to all her patients she works with. In fact, she just ran into somebody, and it was lovely. And that's why we come out here every year to help out all these people.
For the last 6 years of being a Parkinson's specialist here in Michigan, it's been a true honor to take care of my patients, their care partners, and be a part of this community, and I thank you.
I walk because there are over 30,000 people in the state of Michigan living with Parkinson's. Exercise is the only thing that helps to slow the progression of this disease, and we will walk until we find a cure.
Exercise is the only intervention proven to slow the progression of Parkinson's disease. I can't wait to walk with you.
Ooh, guys, I got a lump in my throat. Okay, calm down, Renee. Okay.
Wasn't that nice?
It's really beautiful, and it was a really beautifully done segment, Jason. And yeah, that's just really important to it, close to our hearts. So we just love filming that every year. We're having a little blackout here, but that's okay.
Wow.
We're just gonna keep going. It's a really beautiful cause, and just seeing, it's such a debilitating disease, and just thousands and thousands of Americans are suffering from it and stuff. So to be able to help raise awareness for this was really touching, for sure. Jason, is it okay? Quick commercial break, or do you need some
I need
time?
to figure this out. Yeah.
Okay.
Little TV pause here.
This
is a new one. I told you, Carol. Sometimes things go weird.
Well, that's the best way to
to
make me stop crying. There is
That's
this.
right.
You know what I mean?
I had a connection with that growing up. There was a man across the street from us that was a World War II pilot and retired Air Force. And I watched him with Parkinson's for a very long time. I would go back and forth to Missouri to do. And he hung out thousands and thousands and thousands of cups of coffee that my parents spent with him on their back deck.
Oh, precious.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So this first segment gave me a connection.
So that's so sweet to hear, and like just all the different stories, and just what you know, just what you can do with Parkinson's, what's it called, Jason? The boxing place that they go to, Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Yeah, it's super great. It's around here, and it's actually they've it looks like we're just gonna keep chit chatting for a minute, and we'll get it. Look, Jason always gets
there we go.
Hey, we're live.
Vote. Oh,
yeah, we're
back. We're back.
Pose.
We never left, dolls. I'm so excited to talk to you about all your work after we do Iozzo's. Have you ever been to Iozzo's Garden of Italy?
I have not. I don't live local enough to eat much local.
Yeah, so. You're a minute away. Gosh, I'm so honored that you came all the way out here for us. This is so great. Your artwork just is so wonderful. Oh, I just want to jump into your segment. I'm ready. All
right. So what we need to do here is we need to do a little fakey thing. Now that we're back up, so
start from.
We're coming out of Michigan Parkinson, so we're reacting to that.
Okay. You ready?
This is a fun little behind the scenes for our live audience. They're like, oh yeah, this happens on Swag.
You know, it always looks amazing on the Saturday night broadcast. That's all that really matters, right? We fix it up.
All right, here.
Okay, actually, hold on. Since we are doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. We'll bump it. Okay.
I think everything's coming up. All right. That's so and coming on Michigan Parkinson's. Here we go in 3, 2.
Wow, that was just one of my favorite segments, Carol. And you were telling me before the show you have some friends that have had Parkinson's as well, and so that kind of touched your heart a little bit, maybe.
Yes, growing up, yes.
Have you ever heard of Rocksteady?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Rocksteady boxing, okay.
I didn't realize how much exercise because this was the 70s when my neighbor across. So it just leaps and bounds now.
Oh, yes. And this, Rocksteady Boxing, and just at the Parkinson's Foundation's Hero Walk, we're moving, we're walking and stuff, and it's just incredible to see just the awareness being raised for this. So it was a real special honor for us to do that. Shout out to Nate.
Our team, we were in the yellow. We were number one. We raised the most funds out of anybody. So yeah, it was a great day, perfect day.
It was beautiful.
Jimmy John's Field there,
and I got to sing the stadium. We did a quartet this time. Last year I did it by myself in the Jimmy John Stadium in Detroit, and his nieces and nephews. We did a quartet this time. I thought it was wonderful, very cool. Y'all, we're gonna just take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to be on to segment number 2. We're going to Iozzo's, and then after that we would get to talk to Miss Carol Estes about her wonderful artwork and photography.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back, y'all.
My name's Jessica, and I am the piercer here at Mystic Images Tattoo. I specialize in all different types of piercings. We carry numerous lines of jewelry with some high-end ones such as juniper, needle metal, and a few others. When you're ready for your next piercing, come see me.
Looking for a unique experience? Welcome to Anarchy Axe Throwing, the biggest and baddest axe throwing venue in the Midwest. Anarchy Axe has 30 targets and can host up to 150 people. Perfect for corporate events, birthday parties, or a night out. More than just axe throwing, enjoy cornhole, ping pong, and a full bar with beer and wine. Discover Anarchy Axe Throwing today and make your next outing extraordinary.
We will get your skin glowing, smooth, sexy with a silky touch. From facials, full body waxing, Brazilian waxing, lash lifts, microdermabrasions, dermaplanes, chemical peels, you name it, we can do it. Ask me about my customer referral program. For each customer you refer to me, you get $10 towards your next service.
Okay, so we have authentic Italian dining and historic family-owned, just a staple Italian restaurant. We all need to we need to take you out since you going, okay? I know you have things to do. Let's go to Iozzo's after this. What even time is it? It feels like so late because of the time
I can't keep
change.
daylight savings time straight or anything.
Yeah, y'all just stay positive during this time change and stuff when it's dark at 3 p.m. Don't worry, guys. It's okay. We're gonna get through this. Y'all, Iozzo's is so delicious. It's so cozy, garden style. The ambience is wonderful, and the history, like on the wall, the paintings and stuff that they do, along with their drinks and food, of course, is so delicious.
They've got a crazy family story. You'll hear about it.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. So definitely check this out. You guys are gonna love this segment.
We are here with Katie, the owner of the lovely Iozzo's, which is a fantastic Italian restaurant. And tell me, how do you pronounce it, not just the American way, but tell me how to pronounce it the true way.
Well, in the U.S. we say Iozzo's.
Okay, Iozzo's.
Iozzo's, Garden of Italy. And in Italy we say Iozzo, because there's no really I in the Italian language.
And you have to do it with passion, right?
Absolutely. It's all about the passion.
And you can definitely tell that passion when you walk into this beautiful restaurant. It is gorgeous, and it has not only just a family flavor and a family history, but it has some local art in it as well.
Absolutely.
And so let's talk about the family history.
Sure.
Your whole family, actually, you have some of your family that works here, which is pretty
cool. A lot of
cool.
family members who work here.
And it started as a family restaurant,
It did.
right?
So a restaurant was extremely popular in the 1930s. Our family basically helped introduce spaghetti to the city of Indianapolis.
So your family is the family I need to thank, because I'm a huge spaghetti fan.
Absolutely.
And apparently there are many people in Indianapolis that are, because it's one of your popular items here.
Absolutely. Spaghetti and meatballs is the most popular dish. The meatballs are the original recipe from my great-grandmother that she brought over with her from Italy in 1924, 1925.
Wow.
So yeah, the same recipes. We cook them in the same sauce that they did, the same ingredients. So it's really great.
I've also heard rumor that this beautiful patio out back shows some movies sometimes.
We do twice a year. We're doing one in September. Every Wednesday during the summertime, we have live music outside. So that's great. So we get to utilize the patio for events. Tonight we're doing a wine tasting. So we have 3 of our famous Italian meatballs, Iozzo meatballs, tossed with a little bit of spaghetti and our Iozzo sauce, served up in a martini glass. So we also did our grilled vegetable plate, just to kind of highlight we do a lot of seasonal food and have a lot of vegetarian options. Fresh portobello mushroom caps. We grill them, we stack them high, and then serve it with a sauce. Your choice of tonnato sauce, which is very traditional. The next dish we had was our fresh fish served Oscar style. So when we get the fresh fish in, not only do we have it flown in daily, we have about 5 or 6 preparations that you can choose from. So we'll do it grilled or pan-seared, and then also we can do it blackened or bronzed. And then tonight what we had was the Oscar style, where we serve it with fresh lump crab meat, asparagus, and a little bit of lobster butter that melts down over everything and just makes it melt in your mouth, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Kid, you had me just salivating. This all sounds so delicious.
Everything is really good. And the next item we had was the pork ossobuco. It's like the best pot roast you've ever had. It falls off the bone. It's absolutely fantastic. Last but not least, we had the dessert, our famous sea salt brownie with ice cream.
So your family had the largest restaurant in the Midwest, and then something tragic happened, and you had to shut down for a while.
We did. We had an unfortunate incident that closed the restaurant 70 years ago. So come into the restaurant to find the true story.
It's a good one. She told me. It's a really good story.
Your servers will be happy to tell you when you come in.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for coming in tonight.
It's been fantastic. Salud.
Absolutely. Salud.
Ooh, Carol, I'm hungry
See
now.
anything you like there, Carol?
Oh my gosh. You can serve me anything up Oscar style.
All of it. I'm down to eat all of it.
Down to clown.
Absolutely.
And they have many 5-star Yelp reviews, which I think is like super rare to have. So that's awesome. This place is wonderful. I think just a staple for Indy. Beautiful Italian food, and the story is really interesting, so definitely go in and ask them about that. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we finally are going to be chatting with our special guest, Miss Carol Estes, on her wonderful photography journey and her books that she has, her poem books, and just these wonderful pieces of art that you've created. So we will be right back, and we will be with y'all back again soon.
Hey guys, I'm Marley here at Mystic Images Tattoo. I focus mainly on fine line. I'm open to whatever creative thoughts you have. Come see me. You can check me out on Instagram at MarleyBob. You can even find me on our website and you can see my portfolio.
Discover your new favorite spot in downtown Indianapolis. The Social View offers a unique blend of delicious foods and crafted cocktails. Savor mouth-watering dishes like prime rib and mahi-mahi, and enjoy specialty drinks like the Glitterific and spicy margarita. With a wraparound patio, live music, and a pet-friendly lower patio, the Social View is the place to be. Cheers! Okie dokie, it is that time of the night. It is my proud honor to present to you guys Carol Estes, artist, photographer, poet, and so much more. We were chatting before the show, and you have so many wonderful things. Like, where do we even start? You're a longtime photographer. These are all of your beautiful pieces.
Actually, I'm late to photography.
Oh, you are? Yes.
Yes. I did not pick up a camera until I hit my 50s.
Right.
I had two heavy events. I lost my mother and my husband within 9 months of each other. So I was trying to find something to work through the grief. And so I started shooting my hummingbirds through my window. And then Birds of Bloom magazine had an article. They were searching for people that were using nature to deal with grief and sorrow.
Yeah.
And I sent my story in, and they put my picture and my story in Birds of Bloom magazine.
Oh, wow.
And so I'll blame it all on Birds of Bloom magazine.
It's the hummingbirds. They get you every time.
Right.
I love hummingbirds, and they're so incredible. And that's so beautiful that you were able to turn such awful pain, and I'm so sorry for your losses back to back too. It's just like, it seems like that happens, right? And you were able to take that and turn it into art.
Yeah, harness it. Just harness it and keep moving forward.
Yes.
And I just love creating.
Yeah, and you're wonderful at it. And
we've been looking at this this image on the screen here. Explain to us what this is and a little bit of that process.
Okay. This image here is called a chlorophyll print. Chlorophyll is what causes and creates the green in your leaves outside during the year. And somewhere in the late 1800s, somebody realized that you could harness it and do things with it and create photography that's embedded into the leaf.
Wow.
So with digital photography computers, I can print out a transparent sheet. It looks it's called a film positive. It's kind of like a negative, but it's the opposite of a negative. You lay it right down on top of the leaf, put it between glass, put it out in the sun, do this, and hope Mother Nature will be happy. And then have a reveal. And I started. The weather has changed, and we're into a new season. So I brought in and set up high intensity UV lights in my living room, and trying to convince Mother Nature to do this inside. And this is actually one of my successes.
Ooh.
And her title is "Let Them Eat Cake."
I love that so much.
Yeah.
She's absolutely stunning, and just the way the leaf is so long and feminine, like an old wooden boat or something. I mean, and just with her on there, let them eat cake, like, it's perfect.
And again, turning the negative into a positive.
That's right.
That's the beauty of you. And all of these pieces are so stunning. I don't know which one's my more favoritist. They're all so beautiful. And so you have your chlorophyll prints.
This is the one I was telling you about. This is called the Love Letter.
Oh, yes.
And I put this image on, and these are hosta leaves. The green ones you see are hosta leaves, and she's just kind of barely there.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
cool. It's like a ghosted image.
Exactly. And on the back, it's actually a script old love letter that I put in. I believe it's in French. And I put it in behind, just barely there as well.
It just touches your heart. It tells so many stories. It can tell whatever story you want it to tell.
And that's why I said earlier, I tell people when I go to an exhibit and stuff, I say, if a photo creates a conversation, I succeeded.
Right, like you feel so good to make other people feel good. You know what I mean? Like that's why you do art, right? And that's just to make a difference, even on one person or all the people. I mean, that is what it.
There's another one where you're using some script.
Wow.
Yeah, this actually was created in 2020, and it was 100-year anniversary of the women's right to vote.
Oh, wow.
And so the Scrabble tiles down here, and this is actually a suffrage speech. And so the suffrage speech is put behind, and it's actually antique pieces, and then it's called A Rise to Power, and she's sitting on the old hand, and she's rising up out of the hand to start a new generation.
Yes.
Does the Smithsonian know that you stole their script?
I'll get him after the show.
That's
Don't
okay.
worry about him,
stop.
Carol. No, this
really
is
cool.
great. Tell us about
This is
one.
another thing that I do. I shoot with a regular camera, and I also shoot with an infrared camera. And this one shoots only in infrared light. Explains the colors. And this is a one-room church overlooking with the Tetons behind. And flanking this photo are each of they have a tiny vestibule, and there was just enough room inside the vestibule on left and right for the stained glass windows.
I love it.
As you walk in. And I actually
really cool.
went in because they have this 8-foot huge window. I thought, well, I'm going to take a picture through the window. Well, I walked back out, turned over my shoulder, and realized this was the image.
Wow.
That is so
and
cool.
the stained glass. The stained glass.
It's in Moose, Wyoming.
Oh, wow.
There you
Wyoming
go.
is beautiful. I mean, the colors. Did you say it was, what did you call this piece?
Before we go too far, we'll hear the answer in a little bit,
okay.
but the time goes by so fast. We've got to do our soft cut for ABC. Carol's going to hang out with us for a little bit longer. We're going to look at some more of your artwork here on this Wednesday night, this live stream. We do extended kind of interviews and conversations and have a little fun, do our District Tab giveaway. But
Absolutely,
Renee,
yes.
take us out.
Carol Estes, thank you so much for being on the show. Your wonderful 3 books, okay, Memories Evoked, your poem book, Itty Bitty's Journey, and your great-grandfather's work. Your 3rd book is coming out soon.
Yes.
So your website is welcometocarolworld.com, and your stories on there. Everybody make sure you go to the website. Also, you can follow Carol on Instagram at Welcome to Carol World IG. She's on Facebook as well. You're wonderful, and we just cannot thank you enough for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You've just been so wonderful learning about all of this. That is so cool. I love it.
Can't wait to hear more.
Yep.
But
We'll
for
see
now,
you guys
good night,
next
ABC,
time.
WRTV. We're staying live on this Wednesday night. All right, there we go.
Now
There's
it's
our
chill,
soft cut.
Carol.
Oh
Now
yeah,
it's chill.
it was so
high intensity
stiff
before. Yeah, but thanks for getting us through with our little flubby. Isn't that fun when stuff happens like that? Jason's a master
just
editor.
a black screen. Yeah, that's a totally new one too. I can't believe I figured out what it was so quickly.
Jason figures out anything under pressure. It's so crazy. He's such a tech guy. I could never. Without
Just say it. I'm a nerd.
Oh no,
Nerd.
you're very good at that stuff. I thank goodness someone is.
This reminds
This
me
is so cute.
of one of those. Where are they?
like a storm.
Those things you could get in like novelty stores. It's like sand with water. You kind of tilt it over. That's what that one reminds me of.
Yeah, it's actually called. It's actually a special process called ICM, intentional camera movement. And what we do is we slow the shutter, and then you move the camera while you're taking the picture.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
I love doing stuff like that. Finding little ways to use the shutter speed and
Is that kind of those lights? The light trick with photography when they do that. Is it kind of the
painting?
same? Yeah.
You can also do light painting. Yes.
I've seen some incredible cool stuff with that. It's
Yes.
so cool to do that. And this reminds me of when we went to Cocoa Beach and we were like walking through a tornado on the beach for like 5 miles. It wasn't even a tornado.
This is Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Gulf
Gulf of Mexico.
That's beautiful. I love it. Love it. And it's so cool how you've been able to just do so much.
This is another thing where I had done multiple exposures where I moved the camera. And so you set the camera so you can take, I took 3 images where I moved 3 times with this, and then on the same image. And this was, I think, it was at an art gallery, and I just did a thing of a piece of art that was on there, and I just thought the colors were amazing.
Yeah, the colors are great. It just was like sunset or something, like
Yes.
the green at the bottom, some grass
And it's all
with the
random.
sunset.
You can't plan anything, which is probably is
The beauty of the beauty of
you,
it.
You
really.
can't overthink it. Well, you can overthink it, but you try to dial back and not to overthink.
Right. Right. You're like, no, what I got is great. I love it.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What else do we have? Let's talk about we could talk about your books. Yes, I'm so excited for your new book coming out, and you were telling
and let's remind people intheloop.tv is the
our gift
website.
card.
If you go to the giveaways tab right there, we've got our $50 gift card giveaway going. We've got 7 minutes left. There's still some time. We're at 44 points. We require 100, so share it with your friends and get them to look. There's all these nice little clickable ways to.
Yeah, super easy. And Jason will send it out to you. No big deal.
Yeah, no big whoop. I'll pay for the stamp and lick it. seal it with a kiss. Okay, that got weird real quick. Sorry, that's my bad. I went too far. Anyway, artwork.
But your books, though, that's so exciting. And you were telling me a little bit before the show about, I know our viewers would just love this. Your newest book is Darling.
Yeah, my great-grandfather back in the 1930s wrote letters to his children, typed all of them, and my grandmother kept them, and he put together a little booklets of all his stories and his poems and such that he wrote. My grandmother kept all of it, and then out of the blue in the 1970s, it landed in a big box from California to my parents.
Yeah.
And it was laid into my dad's World War II footlocker, probably not to be seen for for days.
Yeah.
But he immigrated from Wales when he was 14 in the late 1800s.
Okay.
And they hit American soil in Boston, and the flag was at half staff because President Garfield had just been shot.
Oh, wow.
So that was his first day in America.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the Wild West.
That's right. And but he went through. He was there when they opened. He started in Boston, moved to Missouri. Then health-wise, they moved on to San Francisco and spent the last decades in San Francisco.
Oh.
And he was there when they opened the Golden Gate Bridge.
Wow.
And they had the Pan-Pacific Exposition, which was like the mini World's Fair, the same time that New York was kind of having a World's Fair. And it kind of was in conjunction with the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge. But he talked about family and faith, and you name it. He wrote about just about everything. It was very introspective.
Yeah.
And he only went to school till he was 14.
Yeah.
So he spent the rest of his years reading, and he loved Shakespeare. He loved, it was amazing. And so
I'm so
now
excited to read that.
So now it's going to be 500 pages. And I actually have an author page, Carol Estes, author.com. And there's a link on the website, but Carol Estes author, it has all the books on it. And hopefully this book, this is just a mock-up for the cover, and but it's going to be 522 pages, I think.
That's great. I love it. The more the merrier, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was very prolific, and so it has been a work of love to do that. So
yeah, and just to wrangle all of his poems and then get them all cataloged and for the book and stuff. That must have been a lot of hard work. But beautiful to see that and transcribe it and whatever.
Also his contemporaneous thoughts on politics and the world from the 20s to the 30s.
Yeah.
It really is amazing to hear the contemporaneous words.
Yeah, he does sound prolific. I can't say that word. Prolific.
He was very prolific.
Prolific?
Prolific.
Extremely prolific, which
Arnold
is not
Palmer.
a bad thing.
That's so sweet. Yeah, I can't say it. Don't even make me say Arnold Palmer. Okay,
Arnold
I did it.
Palmer, yeah.
Prolific. There, I did it. So that's so exciting.
Renee, grab one of these. Probably the second one from you. Renee, grab that one. Yeah. So take it, bring it towards that. I'm going to zoom in on that. Carol, tell us a little about these. So we were looking at prints, but these are the actual these are the actual leaves.
Right. These are the actual leaves, and I mount them into small frames and put other things with it to make a full composition. And this is actually hydrangea leaf. So the only success I've really has with hydrangea and hosta leaves. And there are other places, people in other parts of the country and the world that actually work on this. And it's really a challenge to find people that have a lot of experience. And so I've been posting a lot on some Facebook groups that I'm in, and they've been asking me questions at how I do it. So we're all
You're the
cheering.
pro. You are the master now.
Oh my gosh! And
they are the grasshoppers.
Master of failures, but
no.
But it's just amazing because whenever I tell people, I said, whenever I see something, I want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't paint or draw, but I love to create other ways.
Yeah.
And so I've been fortunate to be able to put words on the paper, and then picked up a camera, and my brain just said,
and the leaves.
And so I just play hard.
I love it.
That's really cool.
I love it. Do you have do you go on walks and look for leaves, like the perfect leaves?
Actually, these have to be taken right off the plant.
Oh yeah, plucked from the tree.
Right. So I dug up my own hosta plants, and they're in a big thing in my bedroom, and I'm hoping to grow some hosta leaves over the winter so I can do some of this through the winter time. And I'm trying to do some starts of the hydrangea. I don't know if I have time to get any leaves, but the weather has been so temperate. I actually have a friend who has lots of hydrangeas. So tomorrow I'm going back to her house with scissors, and I'm going to just take scissors to her hydrangea plants.
Yeah,
and
she's fine with it.
And they will.
I'm sure.
I found out they will keep in the fridge for a number of days or so, and that's what a lot of other people, the artists that do these things, they're looking at my process and asking me questions. I've always processed them the minute I bring them indoors. I get slowed down a little bit because sometimes there are critters in my yard out in the country that like to chew on the leaves and have them for dessert. So break them, bend them, and so I go outside and don't have a perfect
You're
leaf.
trying to find a pristine leaf.
I am. I love a pristine leaf, and then it's really hard. So
you gotta get you a little cooler for your hydrangea leaves when you go clipping.
Right. So that's so because our weather has been so temperate right now, I've been really fortunate to be able to continue some of this journey with them. And so I told my friend I'm going to come over tomorrow with my scissors and a bag and just start clipping all of her hydrangea.
See which ones we'll take, right?
That's right.
And it's not just leaves that you turn into artwork. Tell us about your earrings.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have, these are my 17-year cicada art. And I didn't have any cicadas in LaPorte, but I found some friends that had them. And so I drove over immediately to their house with a box and started putting dead cicadas in my box.
Yeah.
So I took them home to pop off the leaves and the wings, and found out that cicadas have 4 wings, two tiny underwings and the 2 overwings. And the 2 little tiny wings are just, and the petals are actually the cicada wing.
Hold it right there. I'm zooming in.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and cicadas are I can't even fathom how they can get out of that little cocoon that they make, their little shell, and there's no hole in the shell, and and maybe they do, because that makes sense that they would have 2 sets of wings because of just that noise. Maybe that's what's the friction of their wings buzzing it.
And so I had, so then I take itty bitty weeds and such that I can find out in my yard, and put the plants and in with them to make art with, and then I had to create and design these so that they would be able to be strong enough to wear. And I've been wearing this pair around, and so far so good, and
so cute.
Especially someone feisty like you. You really got to have some endurance in this.
That's right. No cicada. No cicadas were injured in this.
They already died.
Yes, they
were
passed.
Not sure how that works, but I'll take your word for it.
I heard something about if you find a blue-eyed cicada, it's very rare, and you can get $1,000 or something for it. I don't even know.
Well,
people out here hunting cicadas, I'm like,
I like music from John Cicada, but
I love John Cicada.
My niece in Missouri saved a cicada for me, and it was bigger and a different color wing than the ones that we had in Indiana, because there's different broods of them, and so her wings are going to be longer. And I said, okay, you get the one and only of these. So
the nice long. That was a big boy. That was a big cicada.
That's right. And,
that's awesome. You are so absolutely talented. I think it's so cool how you have the chlorophyll type, and then also the cyano. Is that
cyano type?
Yeah. I mean, is this the middle one here?
The blue. Yes.
Oh, the blue one is so gorgeous.
The first, yes. This cyanotypes were invented about 1848. Well, that was about 20 years or so after the camera was invented.
Oh.
And there was a mathematician, I think, that wanted to find a way to replicate his work. And so they were able to find chemicals to put together that, when exposed to light and rinsed after they're exposed, had this blue and white. Hence, probably the terminology of blueprints.
Wow.
Of similar.
Yeah, it does kind of have a blueprint feel to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so this was antique lace and some botanicals laid in onto the paper, and then expose it under blue UV black light, and then I rinse out the paper and get all the chemicals out, and this is what you end up with. And of course, I do the same thing with the botanicals. The one all the way over to your right is the same process, but using my photography. And
so this is a very visual episode. So if you guys are just podcasting this, you can watch us on Spotify as a podcast, but these are also on YouTube. So this is just really beautiful, unique artwork.
And the
so make sure you check out the
behind this is incredible. I love the story behind this.
This actually is she's ancient and on display at the Nelson Atkins Museum in Kansas City. And she's stunning. I took that photo because I'm such a photographer. I took that with my iPhone 7 Plus.
Hey.
Yeah,
it's a tool.
That was a big one.
That's right.
That phone was huge.
And then we're able to print it out on transparent, special transparent sheets. It's laid over this light-sensitive chemicals and put on a UV light. Everything is a dry process. All the papers, all the chemicals are dry for that.
Yeah.
Rinse it all out, and they're a miracle.
I can't imagine the process of learning all this stuff. Like I've tried to do different things on, like resin and stuff. And I mean, it's always just, it's like I don't know, like there's a lot of different steps for this kind of stuff. So that's why I just think it's so incredible.
I know. And there are other things on the to-do list, but I'm trying to focus, but I have a really hard time because it's so much fun to create something unique.
I know, and it's gorgeous.
And you say, oh, I did this.
Yeah, like that as an artist for me, it would be hard for me to sell these. Like it would just be like, it's one of a kind, you know?
Now, the chlorophyll prints are going to be, I actually am in a show the first weekend of February in 2025 at the South Bend Center next door to South Bend Museum.
My old stomping grounds.
Yeah. And it's for the Love of Art show. And it's a 2-day show over the weekend. And I'm going to have a display of all these originals. I'll have prints available.
Hey.
But there is an issue with chlorophyll prints. And you put resin, cold wax, and I put special UV glass over this because what Mother Nature gives, Mother Nature takes away.
Right.
And they will fade.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these images, these compositions I have done, take pictures and photograph them, and then make some prints available too. And so that'll be
great.
Look how vibrant that photo is right there.
My
I know. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm on. This is like a really weird one. It's a spice bush.
I'm digging it though. I like it.
Yes. And what it is that it's turning the page. I'm on a 52 frame challenge. We have a challenge every week, and this was called turning the page. So I have this a swallowtail, and then another one back here would be page 1 and then page 3.
Oh, wow.
So then I tipped it down so it looks like you're turning the page.
Oh, I love it.
So welcome to Carol
butterflies.
World on Instagram. That's what we're looking at right here. So you can find her there. And her website is welcometocarolworld.com.
Yep.
CarolEstesAuthor.com is for her books.
Yes, and
this was all so cool. So there's some more light trickery.
I love
on your
light
Instagram.
Tricks. Oh,
yeah, these are great.
These are great shots.
Hey, that one.
I love that one. The love letter.
I do. I know.
That's really cool.
So beautiful and haunting. I love it.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that one.
Yes. I love photography. You can do so much with it.
I call this sucked into the vortex.
Yes. That's how I feel.
And actually, all of the images down below are all self-portraits.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, and I have another version of it. It's a dance like nobody's looking.
I love that. And that's how I always feel. Like, you just got to dance like no one's watching you. Oh,
Nice.
look at that. These are great. Wow. And just like your eclectic eye is so cool.
A little bit of,
You have
a Psycho in there.
Yes, it was about a movie. The challenge was taking a concept out of a movie, and of course, Psycho Rogue.
Yeah.
So I sent it to one of my best friends, and she says, "I cannot unsend this."
Good. That means it's working.
I know, but, yeah. So I have friends that sometimes say, "You have a dark side."
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Come on.
Don't tempt me. Is what I say.
I
Do
love
not
horror
tempt
movies.
me.
I
Yeah.
love all of that stuff.
Thank you.
And it's cool you have just like a whole variety of things, something for everyone that you do. Like your art's very vast, and you're doing all these styles. I love it. It's so cool. When you are walking, when you're walking around
over here,
this is what I was looking
that's
at.
the light painting they were talking about,
Oh,
and
here?
that's the Calder Flamingo in Chicago, and we were on tripods, and we had somebody run across the front of the Calder Flamingo, and that was the image.
So it kind of blurred.
Yeah, and then I had the ballerina in the.
I love that.
And the
ballerina shots are always so fun.
Oh my
Cardinals!
gosh. Okay.
I love Cardinals.
That's my story. This is the Cardinals is a Birds in Bloom magazine printed that, and then the next year they have on their Facebook page they have the articles 50 best winter bird shots ever.
Oh, you're in there.
Cover photo.
Listen.
Wow.
Cover photo. Now.
I feel like I've seen that shot before.
So they're all like
Maybe it
shaking
was
their
you.
snow off their head. Their little fat bellies are so cute.
And the title is called "The Jury Is Out" because way down in the front is a tiny junco, and I said, "Here's the plaintiff and here's the jury." And that right down you can see.
Look how
the
chunky
plaintiff.
them Cardinals
Yeah.
are. They're so cute. I love Cardinals.
But this image,
Stay bird.
this image has been memed and screenshot, shared, saved, and reset like over 100,000 times that I can even calculate.
Wow.
Because everybody just takes it, and I actually had to get a hold of a company, and a friend of mine helped me as well. And he wrote in, and a lady had taken that and changed it up and was selling it as a greeting card.
Oh,
and
you should be getting paid for that.
And so, the company agreed to remove the item for sale and then contact the vendor that they couldn't do it.
Well, they better.
But it is the internet.
Right.
Right.
Hard to.
She need to send you your royalty checks.
It says my gift to the universe is.
It really is an incredible photo. I love red cardinals, and I just feel so heartwarmed every time I see one. They're the best.
And it actually that I have was fortunate to be named with the Indiana Women Artists.
Oh, congrats!
And one for the Cardinal. And it hung in Lieutenant Governor's office for a year.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Cardinals.
Very cool.
Cardinals are the best. They're just so beautiful.
Welcome to Carol World.
Yeah.
Welcome to Carol World. Yeah, everybody make sure you follow Miss Carol.
That's right.
Instagram, Facebook, website.
All the things.
Author.
Yep. Welcome to carolworld.com. Welcome to Carol World Instagram. Also on the Facebook. Okay. And yes. And all of you guys, you need to keep checking in. The book is coming out soon, the new book. That is so exciting. Your great-grandfather's words of wisdom and his poems and his love letters to his wife and his kids.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So sweet.
And he wrote holiday and birthday poems to all of his grandkids, including my father.
Oh.
And then he would ask for the picture you sent of the kids and that type of thing. Well, I dug in and found photos of my my dad at the same time, and so I'm putting my own photography and
those pictures as
yes,
well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just that ties it in and makes it really personal.
And I also wrote the book opens with a poem I wrote about how this all started because my grandmother just kind of randomly put all the stuff in a box and sent it to us in Kansas City. And it just arrived in Kansas City. And fortunately, all this time it was protected. And here we are I'm able to share. And I say in there at the end, I said, I thank my grandmother for doing this, because I think that I probably know my great-grandfather more now than I probably would have had I ever met him.
Right, because you get to see him inside of his mind a little bit, and everything that he was living for, and everything that he stood for. That is so precious.
Yeah.
I wish I had a box delivered like that with my great-grandpa's power-ups.
It was precious. I mean, it's a chance of a lifetime to do that. So it is
an undertaking, but very awesome undertaking.
It's a personal work, but I just knew that it would be nice to be able to save this. And there's words of wisdoms in there, and especially living through the time that he did, and his reflections and gleanings of everything. And as I titled it, Dear Children, Reminiscences and Gleanings of a Father.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so it just represents him perfectly, and he was itinerant preacher for many years, and then of course the Depression hit and life changed.
Man, and just to still be having a good mindset enough in just such dark times like that, to still like love your family, love your kids, write your grandkids, and write these poems. Like he seemed like a really strong, beautiful man.
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. It is wonderful, and I love creating and putting this together, and it was just amazing the things you can learn about people and expected things and gleanings. I love the word gleanings. I took so much out of this that I will probably has enhanced my own self. Over the time. So
it's like you got a time machine or something to go back there when he was there, and be able to apply that to our everyday world, and the way he was just beautifully, maybe simplistically sometimes, just giving that love out to where it was just bam, like right there, just all those letters. That's so cute.
I know it was, and they were all hand typed.
Oh,
in the 1930s, he manually typed all of them.
And don't you mess up on one letter.
And he did backspace and make a few changes.
They didn't have, that was before the whiteout thing.
Yes.
I haven't seen whiteout in the longest. I think that was like a 90s thing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we have things called computers.
That is true.
I've been bothering him for a few years. I want to get an old typewriter and just sit there and click clack my poem books that I'm working on, and he's just like, no, that's dumb. No. I'm like, come on, let me work for it, like, every single letter.
I learned on a 1930s manual typewriter.
It's satisfying.
The only thing my father ever used. And in his work, he was a music teacher, and he did a lot of correspondence. And guess who learned to type all the envelopes and zip code, and we licked and stamped everything.
You were good at that.
and all of the numbers were only across the row, because you didn't have the digital pad over here for the numbers.
Right.
So we had to go through and to do the zip codes on all of the letters.
I like
if
that.
I'm hearing you right, you're campaighning to do our gift cards, the typing and the stamps. And is that what you want to do?
She said no. I got my own.
I have my fill. Thank you.
Okay.
I got my own work to do.
All right. Well, speaking of gift card, we did not reach 100, so we're gonna sit on these. I mean, eventually, me and Renee are just gonna keep going, getting some of these macaroni pots at District Tap, and grabbing some beers and having some good times. We'll maybe keep one for one of these giveaways.
Come on, y'all! It's easy to win these cards. The District Tap is so yummy, very, very yummy. But I really appreciate you, Carol, for coming on and staying with us and just telling us all about your stories and your passions and your work.
Cool.
It really is it's just such a unique, once in a lifetime type of, like, I love the frame, I love the story behind it, and how, I can't believe you have to like snip the leaves right away. You don't think about that, because the oxygen starts leaving once it's snipped. Right. So then it's just like, and a little piece breaks
just
off,
like
and
humans.
You're like, no. Right, exactly, just like humans.
It's all, and I always tell my other artist friends who are asking me about it, I said my success rate on these is about 45%. So there's a lot that goes into it just to get something something good. You could have the same leaf on different parts of the bush, and one won't work and one will work.
Wow.
So you lay multiple ones out at the same time and just
yes,
a batch of them.
Yes, I'll do 6 or 8 things out in the sun all at one time. And sometimes I'll end up with 6 or 8, and maybe 2 or 3 actually work.
Oh my gosh, that must be kind of like, it's not like it's sad, but it's like, you know, just waiting like a Polaroid picture, like poor little guy.
And also there's a chemical process. Once this comes out, there's a chemical process you have to go through to set the leaf, because the leaf, to keep the leaf so it doesn't dry up and get brittle. So we have to chemically treat the leaves so that it stays pliable.
It's a whole thing. I mean,
there's a whole thing, and there's not a lot of instruction out there. So we're kind of winging it a little bit, and then sharing it around.
And I know those followers are like, yes, Carol, like you're out here helping people that are trying to do this too, and
great
just
gifts,
guiding
I
them.
think.
Yeah, beautiful gifts. I just love the depth of field and just I mean, it really has some depth to it.
Yes, and I love the small frames because it makes everything very intimate, especially with a portrait.
Yes, it does. It kind of, but it's spacious, but it's enclosed, you know, so it's just like, oh, it's very sweet. I love it. And again, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us. And everybody, make sure again, go check out welcome to carolworld.com and all the things. Welcome to Carol World. And thank you, Jason, for all that you do over there. We appreciate you. Looking good in the
I just fixed black screens when they.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I had a great time, and it really is. It's a difficult thing to explain without seeing it in person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad to hear the background story of this.
The first one you put up, it's a photo, but you can't really comprehend the concept of everything unless you actually see it in person. So I was glad I was able to. It's flat, but in person the leaves curl up a little bit, and then that's why. Sometimes I'll put the things behind it and that type of thing.
I love what you've done with just the layers and the love letters and stuff, and the metal you'll use. You use all kinds of stuff in it. Yeah. I mean, it's great. And I don't know, you've inspired me. I want to do a little painting or something, or a photography. I love photography too. I've always done it for fun, but maybe if you ever need a model or anything, you're more of like a scenic model or photographer, right? Or if you ever need models?
The Let It Make Cake, the first one, she's a model that I shot, and it was a shoot in Chicago where we had hair, makeup, and all the costuming.
Talking that one?
And the costuming. Insane. Yes, we all showed up. And I did a geisha, and this particular one was all about France.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
You can tell by the big white hair.
Yes. And that's why I called it Let Them Eat Cake, because you don't have to say any more, because
it's a perfect title. Yeah, it's a perfect title for it. Yeah. Oh, so cool. Well, now I know I'm gonna reach out to you and definitely want to buy one of your artworks. Are you selling them, right? Some of them.
I do.
Prints for now later.
I'm going to make prints available I'm going to be able to put them online. It's difficult to do things online because I'm in working this, and I also do a lot of exhibits and help other art groups. So my calendar gets really full. Right. So the website gets a little. So I tell people you can find out about me on
your
the website,
story as well,
and also you can see me their actual performances of some of my poetry on there, where I've actually been on the stage at the Green Mill in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And going back next month or in a few weeks. I haven't been in for a while.
Yeah.
But so it's more. It tells my story and to do, but everybody can always reach out.
Right, and just keep an eye update on your website, and you'll post stuff in your social media. If you got something going on, we'll know about it. Yeah. Right. Perfect. Thank you so much again, Carol Estes. Everybody, give a round of applause.
I need an applause button.
We do need an applause button. Well, we'll see y'all next week on In the Loop. Okay. Carol Estes, everybody, wonderful, talented photographer, poet, artist. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, you're the best. You are natural. We had a lot of fun.
Goodbye for real this time.
We'll see you
Wednesday live stream.
Next time.
Bye. Bye.
Live stream Wednesday at 7, midnight Saturday on ABC, 24/7 inside Indianapolis hotels and on all